Welcome to the W-K Burnouts studio. I'm Christina.
And I'm Dustin.
And Alan behind the camera, keeping our countdown on point.
Yeah,
so we know when.
Countdown, but
no, because you go 1, 2, 3.
It's up.
It's up.
I know. It's homeschooled. I don't know.
So today, another safety feature that we want to cover: lane keep assist with lane departure warning.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Tell us about it. What is the two combined together?
Right. So like you said, it's two things combined.
Mm-hmm.
It is an assistive technology and an alert technology.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So the first phase of it is the lane keep assist.
Yes.
That whenever you're driving on a road with visible lines that the camera can read, will keep you in your lane of travel and give you gentle steering wheel nudges to keep you in your lane of travel. Now, that's the assist part.
Okay.
Second part is lane departure warning. If the nudges don't work, right? If it doesn't, the nudge isn't enough to keep the car in between the lines, it will give you an alert.
Got it.
Right. So that's where the second part of it comes in with the different alerts.
So the lane keep assist will show up where on a customer's vehicle?
Okay. There's a few different places you can have this button. And first we'll tell you what the button looks like. It's either going to be two lines that look like road highway lines or two like checkered highway lines with a car in the middle of it.
Okay. Right.
And when the system is not active, it will be a white icon.
Yes.
Right. The buttons could be on your steering wheel. They could be, a lot of SUVs where the mode selector is down here.
Okay.
It'll be right by that, kind of by your park assist buttons.
Okay.
But look for the two lines with a little car in the middle of it. And that would be your lane keep assist with lane departure warning button if equipped.
Got it. So if I am in my vehicle driving, there's a specific speed limit that you have to be over, right? Is it 31 for some?
31 for some cars, 37 for other cars.
Okay.
And also you have to be moving forward.
Yes.
You can't be going in reverse. This is it's one of the things with a lot of these features. They make sure and note, hey, this is only when traveling forward and in drive. Right.
Right.
There are some circumstances where your drive mode can make it so that this system doesn't work. Like if you're in ice or snow or all terrain mode or track mode, any of that stuff, then it's, it doesn't use the system then. Because, I mean, they note, and this is good to know. I mean, you don't use this in inclement weather. You don't use this when the road surface could be slick because it's giving you a steering input. Any of these systems that give you steering input, they don't really they can't exactly predict what exactly is on the road to make it so that they couldn't cause, some sort of an accident by them being on. So they do a good job of, they don't work whenever they're not supposed to work generally.
So kind of a story just to kind of,
I love stories,
to kind of relay, and paint a picture for our listeners. I drive down 65 every day to work and home. Okay. And in my car, I'm like, doggone, like it is windy every single stinking day. And I don't think anything of it. I'm just going, and it's a while after I have my car and I see this button down on my steering wheel and I'm like, what in the world? So of course I'm like, what is that? Because my last car didn't have all these, fun features. So I find out it is the lane keep assist. And what was going on was it wasn't windy. When I just drive, apparently I'm not as good of a driver as what I think I am.
Christina, that can't be true.
But it kept giving me the nudges, and I'm like, gosh, what in, anyways. So
you're riding one of the lines probably. Or
right.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So if you feel like, what in the world, it's probably because you have lane keep assist and you are not staying in the center of the lane.
Yeah.
But just a little story.
That's a good one. And, you mentioned you could turn this feature on and off, either with the button on the steering wheel in the center or in your driver information center.
Yeah.
There are certain circumstances where the system doesn't intrude at all. I already talked about the ones when you're in different drive modes, like all terrain or track or snow, ice, stuff like that. But also, if you just use your blinker.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. So I know. All right. There are some people, you get your new rig, it's got all these features, and you just want to turn them off because it's your 2-mile drive to work every day. And you're like, I get it.
Or you don't want to mess with them, learning them.
I don't want to mess with them. I'm just driving a couple miles. This stuff really starts to shine when you head out on your first 6-hour road trip. Okay. I mean, these aren't, little nannies that come in and do stuff for you, mess with your driving.
Little nannies.
It's assistive stuff that helps you not only in those situations, but helps you do the basic things that keep you from getting in situations like that anyhow, like consistently using your blinker. When you're on a long road trip, you want to you don't want to just fly by the seat of your pants. And just, you got a destination to get to, right?
Yes.
So as part of that, using these systems and getting used to them can really help. I mean, stuff with fatigued driving, just distracted driving. I mean, you're driving by Mount Rushmore. You're just staring straight at the lines on the road, aren't you? All right. I don't know if you can see it I bet you can't see it from the road. I've never been there.
I haven't either.
Really
I haven't either.
But anyhow, just saying.
I know what you're talking about because we'll be driving, just another story. And what is it with men that want to look for deer in the fields?
Well, yeah.
And it'll be, oh, you see that deer? And then all of a sudden you see that looking this way. So then we're, going down. And it's like, get back in. I don't care. Just drive, drive. So this would be a perfect little example.
That would definitely help. So the system won't intrude at all as long as you use your blinker. It also won't intrude with the steering wheel nudge. I mean, if you're actively steering, right? So if you're pulling it over there and actively making the lane change, like not aggressively, but like more than just slowly drifting, it differentiates between a drift and an illegal lane change. Although it's not Johnny Law, it's not going to stop you from doing it.
Every time you don't use your blinker, just think of me in your ear.
Oh, yeah.
What was that look?
No, why are you doing my ear? It's weird. Like you shrunk down and you're just standing in there like, hey, Dustin, use your dang blinker.
Yeah, I'm telling you, use your blinker, use your blinker, use your blinker.
You're right. And hey, that's great advice. The system, just for, knowledge about it, and this is important to know as well, it is all based on a camera that is located in your windshield at the top in the center, kind of behind your rear view mirror.
Yes.
Right. If that is obscured by sleet, ice, snow,
dirt,
bunch of dirt, mud, stuff like that, system won't work.
Yeah.
There are also some occasions where the system will demand that you take action. It will say, hey, take control.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
And it'll usually only do that whenever you're trying to like let the system go as long as you can. And you're kind of bouncing between the lanes. It's like, hey, what
you're trying to see how it works.
Yeah. Yeah. So it will kind of put you in check on that and be like, hey, take the wheel.
Yeah. It'll either, I think it's mine was a red flash, but it'll say take control or.
Speaking of the flashes and the alerts, on the second part of this system, which is your lane departure warning, that comes in a couple of phases based on how serious your mess up is. How
bad your driving is.
How bad your driving really is, right? So as you start to leave the lane that you are in without signaling, it will give you the nudge.
Right.
Okay, give you another nudge maybe. Then the light on your dash that was green will turn solid amber. Then, if you keep going, it will flash. You will get 3 low tone beeps. These are different beeps. This is not like the door open beep, like ding, ding, ding. No, this is a low tone beep, like it's just like that. Did that come through okay?
Alan, did you hear that?
I don't know if you guys need it one more time. So it's 3 low tone beeps. You can't miss it. Your car doesn't make this sound for anything but this safety stuff. So you're going to it's
You'll
noticeable.
know. Mm-hmm.
Also, if equipped, the safety alert seat will vibrate on the side that you are departing on.
Got it.
So,
okay.
That's important stuff to
yeah.
to know. To use the system, you have to know what the flashes and the solids and everything like that mean.
Mm-hmm.
All this stuff is in your owner's manual.
Okay.
If you can find it.
Yeah. Yeah.
If not, just let us know. We're here for to help with things like this.
All that fun stuff. But these are features that if your vehicle comes equipped with them, I know you think you don't need them, and
you might not, but it might help on that 6-hour road trip. I'm just saying. I mean, you got it.
You made a great point of get comfortable with them, because when you do need them, you already know how they work and what to watch for and what to notice when those features are activated. Because like you said, 6-hour road trip, you're probably going to want that, And driving. Sometimes
those sneak up on you. I mean, sometimes you can have a surprise thing where I don't ever drive far. Like that's just you. And then all of a sudden you have to take a long road trip.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to not have it be a learning experience at the same time, right? You have a little experience with these things. You've got some knowledge on how they can make your drive easier. That just makes it easier to put into action.
I mean, and you've paid for it.
Yeah.
I mean, the features aren't just free. I mean, it's part of, most vehicles now, have a combined or a safety alert package. So,
and speaking on that, they're slightly different in every different manufacturer's vehicle, right? And people that drive, lots of cars equipped with that kind of back to back, you figure it out pretty quick that, hey, wait, this one works way different. And, a noteworthy one is I was driving an Explorer, a rental, and it had lane centering. Lane centering. I was like, oh, this is cool. So it doesn't wait till you get to the side before it nudges you. Oh, it doesn't nudge at all. It keeps you in the center of the lane.
Keeps you.
But it also feels like the vehicle is completely dead. Like the steering wheel's so heavy.
Yeah.
It doesn't let you do anything. So and any input you give is on a really heavy steering wheel. I'm just saying they're all different.
Right.
So if you change to a different manufacturer and you're like, well, I had that on my other car
and I didn't like it.
Well, it is definitely different. Sure. I mean, we're talking domestics to imports. We're talking the difference between a Ford and a GM and a Jeep. Even the Jeep system is completely different. Just it feels different, reacts different.
Right.
It's not just the way the alerts come across, it's how the system works. So keep that in mind whenever you've got like a few different, models. I've had that before. Well, you might not have had it like this before.
Yeah. So. Or if you're test driving, take the vehicle out on the highway and test those features.
Don't just test drive around the block. You got to get out. That's where
Yeah.
all the stuff you're paying for comes into play.
Yeah.
Is above 37 miles an hour. So
yeah,
you might as well go out and experience it.
Absolutely. Guys, we hope that you're liking these safety feature videos, and because there's so many features on your vehicle that, like we had said, many people just don't know how to use or don't understand, and you're paying for it. So let's learn it.
Yeah, let's learn about it.
Yeah.
And these features go back at this point several years.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not covering stuff that's just on the new Hummer EV,
right?
Which we don't even have one, right?
No. Yeah.
So no, we're talking about stuff that's on lots of models that not only are we selling new, but that we've sold for years and years in the past now. So it's good. There are a lot of people driving a 5 or 6 year old used car that has something like this, and they're like, "Oh, we leave that off. Why? Yeah. It makes the steering funny."
Well, here's why. Yeah. Because, figured it out. I was good of a driver as I am.
Drive right.
Whatever.
Yep.
Anyways, so guys, again, we appreciate your support, and tell a friend, share with a friend, because just because you didn't find this information may be useful because you already know everything there is to know about your vehicle, which great.
That's awesome.
Maybe your neighbor needs to know, or your daughter, or your cousin, or Uncle
Billy.
It's
Billy.
Yes. But so like, subscribe, and share, and we really appreciate you guys. And as always, we will cruise on by and pick you up next week.
Thanks.
This has been a W-K Burnouts production.